Technique 47, Emotional Consistency. Winter season is here in Korea, so I thought this joke would be appropriate. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. As soon as you enter your classroom, you have to remember that there are two things to do with your emotions. And the first is to modulate them. School is a laboratory for students. They need to be able to figure out how to behave without seeing you explode. You should expect almost anything, so act as if you expect it and have a plan to deal with it. Second, tie your emotions to student achievement, not to your own moods or the emotions of the students you teach. Again, expect their emotions to rise and to fall, and be sure to control your own to compensate. Expect students to occasionally get upset, and respond calmly. Part of adolescence is experimenting with exaggerated emotions. Do not add gas to the fire by letting your own emotions become inflamed. And hold no grudges, but view the aftermath of a consequence to be a fresh start. After all, the point of a consequence is to create a sufficient disincentive. If the disincentive is sufficient, it has done its job, and the cycle is over. If the consequence was insufficient, address the use of consequences rather than get angry. Teachers with emotional consistency tread cautiously around much of the language that other teachers use as a habit, thinking carefully about what they imply the goal of students' decisions to be. For example, many teachers say things like, "I'm really disappointed in you," when their class has behaved poorly. However, it's worth asking whether the point of the rule or expectation has been to please the teacher or to achieve a greater goal. There may be times when the teacher's personal sense of connection and approval is something students should be concerned about, but they are far rarer than the teacher's language would indicate. Merely substituting, "I expect better of you," or "the expectation in this class is that you give your best," takes the teacher's personal emotions out of the equation and focuses the conversation on what kids did or didn't do, rather than what the teacher felt. Do your best to substitute emotional language with informative language, because success in the long run is about a student's consistent relationship with productive behavior. If you want your students to be productive, you've got to give them the emotional mindset that allows them to be. Focus on the student's behavior rather than your own emotions, because in the end, the latter factor is almost irrelevant. An emotionally constant teacher earns trust in part by having them know that he's always under control. Right? He never runs too hot or too cold. He makes sure that the classroom stays productive, respectful, and orderly. Remaining consistent means that you not only circumscribe the sorts of conflicts that can consume a classroom, but provide an emotional rudder to help students return to productivity as soon as possible. In closing, students will get upset at times, but the teacher must remain calm and under control. Good luck, and cheers!